Day 390. So I forgot to weigh in this morning. It's not the first time that I've started putting on my clothing or doing something else and then realized, oh, wait, I need to weigh in. It is the first time I put on my clothing, had breakfast, got in my car, and was driving to work and realized I hadn't weighed in. And it wasn't a trip or one of those things where it was pre-planned. And I kind of feel like that is part of a larger kind of symptom that I've been feeling the past week or couple weeks of just kind of in the trenches feeling of this. And you call it what you will, but, it's frustrating, it's annoying. I'm not losing the weight that I want to when I want it to, which makes me eat more, which makes me more frustrated, which, just adds to the whole process in a vicious cycle of, yeah. So, on top of that, I understand all the reasons. I understand why I'm doing this 5 to 9, why I'm switching up the pattern that has worked so well for me to lose weight, right? I am trying to get to a point where I should be able to lose with a 5'9", because if I can lose with a 5'9", then I can go to a 311 and, try to maintain or lose with a 311, right? And so I'm incrementally trying to get there, but I have to be able to lose with a 5'9" in order to get to that, keep moving towards the maintaining the rest of my life. So that's one part, right? The other part is I've never really been this active in my life, at least my adult life, and ramping up that ability, ramping up the changes that, and keeping and maintaining that, because, every time you stop and you don't work out for a week or two, it feels like you're back at, 10 steps behind where you were when you started. So, there's things like that, right, where I'm not used to that. And so, all that energy and all that working out has an effect on your body and has an effect on your mind and how you eat and all that type of stuff. And I've never really had to deal with that before. And so that's a new side of life that I'm having to learn. And then there's the skin. It's always going to come up. I don't want to have surgery. I have to slow down, period. I can't lose the same rate as what I did last year. And so I'm slowing down, but that means that I'm going to be eating more and that I'm going to be adding to the cycle of, everything that I just talked about. So I do think it's getting better, just on a note, but, I'm walking the slow path. I'm in a maze that leads me to the rest of my life, right? There's an exit at some point, or it turns into another type of maze, because that's what life is. But, right now I'm still in the middle of it, right? I'm kind of how I felt, back last summer when I just, I knew that I could lose the weight. I knew, where I could be. And I mean, look at me now, right? I'm over 100 pounds less than what I was a year ago. But I'm feeling like I'm leveling out, and there's that forward momentum isn't really there right now. And I want that forward momentum. And, it's coming, and it's coming a lot slower than I'd like. And so it makes me frustrated. It puts me in this cycle, that all leads to things like me not wanting to fill out my Excel spreadsheet that I keep of my weights. It's of, maintaining my weigh-ins and other things like that. Eating more, like when I'm, was at the office today and just kept eating chips and dip that were from the lunch that was provided today, right? Like things like that that just suckly make it worse, which, vicious cycle, right? So, yeah, I'm in one of those moods. I'll get out of it as I have done in the past. But that's where I'm at right now, and, it's frustrating. And I'll be here for a little while, and then I'll move on. And hopefully I'll be in a better place later on in the year. And I can look back on this just as I did right now and tell to myself, it's going to get better.